What a beautiful morning, guys. How's it going, everybody? I'm Noah. Welcome to Madison Angling. You already know from the title of this video that we're bass fishing today. I'm here on the Madison Chain doing some early season bass fishing because the Wisconsin River's blown out. I don't want to deal with that, and this is only about 12 minutes from my house, so we're doing some bass fishing. Along those lines, what do you guys think of this early season bass stuff? What do you guys think about the year-round catch and release bass season in Wisconsin? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think we should keep it? Do you think we should get rid of it? Discuss that in the comments below, but have a calm, rational, cool, collected conversation about it, please. If you guys are getting out of hand, I'm gonna delete the comments. The reason I bring that up, and I don't want you guys to skip through this, let's listen, let's talk about it. It is illegal to target other species right now, closed species. So on the Madison Chain, basically we have panfish open, perch, bluegills, crappies, right? And you can catch and release bass, largemouth and smallmouth bass. That's it. You cannot fish walleyes, pike, muskies, any of that stuff, okay? Rough fish are open all year. You can fish for carp and things like that. But in light of some recent events, and I'm not gonna go into any details or anything, I feel it's important to say that. And I already know somebody's gonna get on their keyboard during this video and say something about what I'm using here. I am going to be using a very light titanium wire leader. That's actually lighter than my main line, and yes, you can snap them. The reason being the area that I am fishing today, especially if you guys know where I'm at, and it's probably not a huge surprise, especially if you fish the Madison area at all, there can be little hammer handle pike in here. Am I out here trying to catch 20-inch pike? Absolutely not. Why would I do that? I'm bass fishing, but you can go through a tremendous amount of lures in a very short amount of time. So I am using a very light titanium wire leader on my bass rods. That being said, there is nothing that says you can't do that. In fact, if you're ever unsure of the laws or the regs, call a game warden. They are more than happy to answer those questions for you. That's a lot of what their job is answering those questions. I communicate with the wardens every year. In fact, I communicate with them on a pretty regular basis. If people are being naughty or whatever, we talk about it. But if there's ever any doubt as to somebody's intent on something or what you're using, call them and ask, okay? Now, if you're coming out here with way too heavy of gear, if you've got like a way heavy lead, I have a 12-pound leader on 30-pound braid. You can snap it on the hook set. So if you're coming out here with heavy stuff, it looks pretty bad, okay? Don't do that. Do you have to use a leader? No, but I don't feel like burning through a ton of baits today. So, you can keyboard warrior all you want about that. That being said, if you're fishing in an area where you are catching stuff that you're not supposed to be catching, so for example, if I start catching pike, okay, I catch one pike, okay, whatever. If I get more than one pike, move. If you call a warden and ask, well, what should I do? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to catch them. They're gonna tell you just the best thing to do is just leave, okay? Leave the area. If you start catching walleyes, leave the area. There's a good chance you're gonna keep catching those. They're not in season. Leave, move, okay? So that's my little PSA here, guys. Don't be stupid. This is not an excuse to go out and fish for bass and catch other species. Don't do that, okay? Don't be that person. It's not worth it. And keep in mind, guys, this is what I do for a living. Not YouTube, but I guide full-time for a living. That's how I pay my mortgage. That's how, that is how I make a living, and I would never do anything to screw that up. So be smart about this, okay? Don't be dumb. But that being said, it is a beautiful day. The river's blown out. It's been unseasonably warm, and actually a few days ago I was out with my buddy Brian Jensen, and we had just the most killer afternoon of fishing I think I've had in Madison probably my entire life. At least the best 4 hours of bass fishing I've ever had. Just stupid. And we're throwing all lipless crankbaits, and yeah, I'm sure you guys see that special stupid thing back there. I got a live scope. I'll show you how I'm actually using that to catch these fish, but I'm not using it to actually look at fish and cast at them. All right, so anyway, that being said, I'm gonna stop talking. Thank you guys for listening to my rant. Let's go catch some fish. All right, so according to the graph, we've got 57-degree water here, which is beautiful. And the reason we're fishing over here, not like out on the actual lakes, is because this is some of the warmest water in the chain right now. So obviously warm water, first weed growth, lots of bug activity, fish. So the gear I'm using, I am running a Komodo SS. This is an Okuma Komodo SS. It's a pretty darn stinking cool reel. You're probably more familiar with it in the musky size, but they make a bass size too, and this thing's awesome. I've got that on a 7-foot medium fast action rod. I've got 30-pound braid, and this is the leader I'm talking about, guys. This is actually 12-pound tieable titanium wire. I will have this linked in the description below. I have a clinch knot to a small snap and a clinch knot to a small swivel, and we're rolling lipless crankbaits here, guys. Little lipless crankbaits. This is my go-to absolute favorite springtime bass bait. This early bass stuff's still pretty new to me. You know, normally the season opens first Saturday in May. You know, I know this early bass thing's been going for a little while now, but this is what I used to use in May, and it seems to be working really well here in April. So all we're doing, guys, is there's basically a big dredge hole here, a great big dredge hole that drops down to even like 30 feet in some spots, and the break is almost like a 45-degree angle. So this is what I'm actually using my live scope for. I don't want to get too close to the break. Now you might be saying, well, just look at your map. There's no map for in here. This dredge hole was done after the maps were made. So I've actually been running my auto chart live, which I should be doing right now, to add to my map. So thank you, Hummingbird, for letting me do that. So as I'm going along here, I'm actually adding to my map, which is super cool. But that way I know where the break actually is. And that's what I'm using this for. Okay, so obviously there's fish on the screen here. Those are probably bluegills or crappies hanging out down near the bottom. But I'm really using this so I don't get too close to the break. So a lot of times either the fish are gonna be sitting way up shallow in 2-3 feet of water, or they'll be like halfway down the break in like 5, 6, 7, 8 feet. So I don't wanna get too close to that break and blow that area out. So that's what I'm actually using the live scope for. There's a bunch more fish. Those are probably panfish. I'm using that so I don't get too close and blow the area out. I'm not necessarily actually looking for schools of fish to cast at. I'm really just using this so I don't screw myself up as far as where the spot on the spot actually is. And that's pretty much the rundown. Just a slow, steady retrieve with the lipless crankbait, and we're gonna catch some fish, I think. I don't know. We should. All right, so hopefully you guys can kind of see this. This is what I'm talking about. So I've got the boat in about 15, 16 feet. There's fish hanging right here and about 12 feet down or so. But see how the break starts coming up right here? That's what I want to avoid. See, there's fish sitting up here. Those could be bass, I don't know. But it's really easy. See how steep this break is? It's really easy to get too close and end up actually blowing this whole area out. So that's what I'm using this live scope for, is so I'm not getting too close to that break and spooking these, well, there they are, spooking fish off of it. So that's what we're using. We're not actually using this to specifically go, oh, there's fish 30 feet that way. We're using this so I know I'm not getting too close to the break and scaring all those fish away. And this is it. Cast it out, nice, slow, steady retrieve. We're not doing the rip and wrap thing where you cast it out, hit the bottom, rip it up, let it fall. Just a slow, steady retrieve with the lipless crankbait. Slow and steady. You got to remember, this water is still pretty cold. We don't want to fish too fast. Could you throw a jerkbait? Absolutely you could. For whatever reason though, the last few times I've been out, I just cannot get them to eat a jerkbait. We have caught, there's the bottom, we have caught a few fish on chatterbaits, but for whatever reason, these lipless crankbaits have been just stupid good. Oh, there's one. That's a better one. I just popped it off of a weed. Oh, that's a much better fit. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, buddy. That's what we're after. Yes. Be cool, dude. Don't shake, don't shake, don't shake. Careful. That is more like it, guys. Check this guy out. Not a huge one. That's probably, I don't know, 2 and change-ish, but that is more like it. Now we're getting things figured out. He is bleeding a little bit, so we're gonna get him right back. See you, buddy. Yes, getting bit. Love it. There we go. Man, they're not very big today. It's all right though, we're still setting the hook and we're catching what we're after. Nice little Madison Chain largie on the old Rattlin Rapala and bluegill, old school. Comment below if you still use these. I know this is kind of a dying bait, you know, ever since the red eye shad came out,
the rip and wrap. It's weird, but there's some days. I was throwing a red eye shad here a little while ago, but there's some days when there's another one, 2 in a row. There's some days when you just can't beat the classics. That might be a little better one. Oh yeah, that's a decent one. That's a better fish. 2 in a row. Look at this guy. Beautiful. Okay. There we go. Not a big fish, but hey, 2 in a row. In April, when I can't go walleye fishing, why not? There it is. Oh, did I lose him? Nope, I still got him. I still got him. Switch back over to the Rattlin Rapala. Oh, man. Yeah, dude. That is what we're looking for, buddy. Hello. Welcome aboard. That is the move there, guys. That was it. So I had like 3 casts there where I didn't get bit on the red eye shad. So I'm like, oh, just throw something a little different in there. First cast with the Rattlin Rapala. Classic. Classic. There's one. This feels like a decent one. This feels like the one I'm looking for here. Oh yeah, it's a decent one. Not my 5-pounder by any means, but oh, 3.5 all day. 3.5 all day. Come on, Bubba. There we go. Stop, stop, stop. Be cool. Oh yeah, dude. This is silly. This is silly. Guys, got to come out here and do this. This is too much freaking fun. I don't think I'm gonna go home. I was just, there's no, oh, that felt like a good one. I mean, they all feel like good ones. But wow, man, I was just gonna come out here for like an hour or 2, and if it wasn't happening, I got plenty of other stuff to do today. But it's happening. There's one. Oh man, this is freaking fun. Not a big one. Oh man, gosh dang, it's just one after another after another. You know, one of these has to be a 5-pounder here at some point. But just crazy, man. If you're looking for something to do in April, dang man, this is it. This is it. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a good one. There we go. What's up, Bubba? Switched over to the old red eye shad. And we switched locations, so I was actually fishing kind of the windblown side over there and caught some fish, but it got really quiet, and then all the panfish guys kind of moved in, so switched over to the windward side. And that was like 3 casts. Cool, thanks buddy. There's one. Not quite 2 casts in a row, but almost. Sweet. Sweet, is he gonna jump? Are we gonna get a jump? He wants to. Dude, when you can get a largie to jump in April. Oh, that's so cool. Oh yeah. Come here, Bubba. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting to that, you know, probably closer to 3-pound range. Easy. That's the one thing that freaks me out about treble hooks with these guys is, man, they are mean, especially in this cold water. There we go. Sweet. Thanks, buddy. Ooh, there you are. I wondered when you were gonna come say hi. Get up here, Bubba. I was like right by the boat. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, I wish I still bass fished like I used to, because I would just be losing my freaking mind right now. I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. I know it sucks. Doing the best I can here, but what a beautiful Madison pre-spawn LMB. Sweet.
All right, guys, I apologize for the wind. I can't really do much about that, but that's gonna wrap up my morning of fishing here, doing some early bass fishing here on the Madison Chain. The OG old school Rattlin Rapalas. That was the ticket this morning. But really, any lipless crankbait, spinnerbaits, they're gonna work just fine for you. They always have something to say, man, Canadians. But anyway, guys, if you're coming out to do this, head over to DNS if you guys need some gear or some pointers. Pat does an awesome weekly fishing report, and it's always current, up to date, good info. And if you guys are coming out to do this, obviously we didn't run into any fish with teeth today, but had we started catching a bunch of pike or ran into a muskie or something, or walleyes, we would have moved. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that stuff. Don't just assume things, okay? And if you have questions, call a warden. They are happy to answer those questions for you. In fact, I'm sure that's what like 90% of what their day is spent doing, is answering questions for people. So if you're not sure if the rig you're using is okay or the area you're fishing is okay to fish, give them a call. They're happy to answer those questions for you. So I also want to shout out H3O sunglasses. I got some new shades, guys. I've got the Vapors in black, and I got these amber lenses in here. What's cool about these, I have crappy eyes. I need prescriptions. There's prescription inserts in the back of your glasses, which allows you to actually change out the lenses. So depending on the light you're dealing with or water clarity, you can swap the lens color to kind of match the conditions, and you still have your prescription inserts. So super cool, very impressed with these. So H3O, I'll have them linked in the description below. And if you don't need prescription and you just want some sunglasses that are affordable and have interchangeable lenses, check them out. So head over to DNS if you need stuff. Head over to DNS for a fishing report, H3O sunglasses. I will also have those Rattlin Rapalas linked in the description below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Get out, enjoy this beautiful, unseasonably warm spring weather. Go catch some fish. We'll see you on the next video.